Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share my final walkthrough, my final craft room reveal, if you will. I have finished with the reorganizing, the rearranging, everything except the closet, and that's going to be a project in and of itself. So I want to show you what I've got. Now remember, this is real life, keeping it real. When you walk in to the room, basically you're faced here with some shelves. I don't have any art over this shelf now, and my clock is still way up high where I had it before I had the while I had the cubbies in here. Up here I just have some random stuff. I put my glitter light in here. This used to be in my living room, but I put it in here. It's just very calming to watch that glitter go round and round. My printer I put on top of these shelves that I purchased from Michael's. They're made to look like, I think, the IKEA whatever those drawers are. These aren't as wide. I think they may be as deep, but they're not as wide as those, which works okay because it fits in this spot perfectly where the old cubes stood. Up here I have scrappy containers that I use all the time for my scrapbooking. I usually have them in a big basket, but I'm using the basket currently to hold a kit that I've been working with, that I've just started working with. Down here are all of my planner supplies. Not all, but most of my planner supplies. And then I have office supplies in all of these drawers. That one is not labeled because it is empty. I do have available stuff if I want to add anything. Cards. These fit my 4.5 by 4.25 by 5.5 cards. They do not hold my 5 by 7 cards, and so I have them in napkin holders from the Dollar Tree. So yeah, that's a change there. I love how that works. Closet, of course, is still the same. Closet of doom. Yeah. Anywho, I have my stool that I had tucked in here somewhere before. I don't know where I had it tucked, but it was in here. It may have been tucked under the desk or under the table. Table is the same. I've split the mats, one on either end, so when my sister's here, the table can come out and we can scrapbook there. You can pull the table out this way and move it down, and then I have one of those pop-up tables that can go over in that corner to hold things, or this Project Life cart can roll down there and be used to set things on. I still have my big Navigator tote under there because it will not fit under my bottom shelf in the closet unless I move it up, and I'm not quite ready to do that because I'm not quite ready to tackle that closet yet. The other chair to the table that I have is sitting here. I don't have it tucked under because I pull it over to my desk all the time. Now, having it here makes it easily accessible to pull over, but it's out of the way. And this is not stuff here that I access frequently. So this is my Project Life Tower. I have all sorts of things. I have the 3x4 cards. I have the 4x6 cards. I have an ephemera tray and then a memorabilia tray there. And then I have two holders with all of the pages in them, the different size pages. Over here on this tower, I have idea books, 2 empty baskets. I have Project Life albums that I have previously started. This is an album that needs to have photos and embellishments added, and it will be done. Those are all projects in process. Same as in here, and then I have one in here as well. On top, I have tons of packaging for the packaging technique, which I don't do very often, but I do on occasion. Then I have a palette stand, and I have a palette holder, and then I have some cutting plates back there. This other tower that I have sitting beside it, and I didn't originally have a gap there, but when I put my 12 by 12 plates on to my Sizzix, I needed more space. So I moved the table down a little bit, moved that shelf stand down a little bit, and then this kind of looks like it's standing on its own. So this holds all of my kits. And here I have a couple of empty containers down at the bottom because I've used those kits. Then I have a kit here, but this is an empty tray. It just has some printer paper in there to kind of divide page kits as I make them. And then this is a page kit that is currently on my tabletop. And you can see I have pulled everything out and then just put the completed layouts there. And then that's the kit that was in that box. That's the basket that normally holds all of those doodads. It's holding this kit right now. So yeah, that's that. And I still have my die cutter at the top, my Sizzix Big Shot, and then these are all of my alphabet dies. Over in the corner, I have my 8.5 by 11 in these cubbies down here. And then here I have all of my stencils. I have my larger stamps. I have a spray box for spray misting. I have a card idea book, and then I have that Martha Stewart scoreboard. And then of course I still have my rolls of my spools of ribbon on the wall, just as an accent, but I'm trying to use them more. And then the photos I have, or the layouts I have not changed out. Here I have, these are all empty boxes. I just purchased a new box to, well, they're not all empty, to see if it would fit. And this is the one from Hobby Lobby, and it is 12 by 12, and it fits in there perfectly. So yeah, that box holds all of my collective layouts that I have completed this year. This holds all of my Allison Davis for the 6x6 YouTube, or not YouTube, Facebook group that she created. Those are all empty boxes. I just put them there to hold space. In here, I originally had all of my inks and mist, all of my distress inks and mist, but I took them all out. Here I have my brads in my Craftmate holders, and then all down through here I have all of my pattern papers and collections by manufacturer. Down at the bottom I do have a couple of random, one random paper holder that holds like themed paper from Destin, Florida, or Dallas, Texas, or very specific theme paper. And then the other one holds page kits that I've made over the course of years, or purchased over the course of years. That holds all extra cardstock. Those three containers hold all of my Christmas. That holds my scrap paper, if you will, the paper that I use if I need to back a layout, or if I need to spray mist or try something, or basically I can fold it in half and put some leftovers in it, and that's an empty box. My color bins all turned out perfectly. I bought those shelves from Walmart for their Better Homes and Gardens cubes. These are a little bit smaller, and my husband had to cut off about 1.25 inches off the back side for them to fit in flush. Now this top one is not flush because that was the first one that he worked on. Oh, it fits a little bit better when I push it in. But yeah, it's not 100% flush, and I'm okay with it not being 100% flush. They are a little bit smaller, and that's okay. They hold my baskets, my color bins. And the color bins, everything that I had in the larger baskets fits in here perfectly, along with my spray mist now. Everything except white. I have my paints, I have my buttons, I have my spray mist, that's a bunch of embellishments, I have flowers and ephemera, random bits and pieces down below. Yeah, so tons of stuff in there in each one, with the exception of the white, and it's up on the shelf on top. Now these are all of my alphabets. Sorry, those are layouts that I am editing the videos to. All of my alphabets, the larger alphabets, are here. And they, hopefully I will be able to make some progress without purchasing any new alphabets and getting this a lot thinner. Being able to get anything out of here is a chore. This stuff is, I don't, you can't tell. It's very tight. So these storage bins over in the corner have not changed. I do have two empty ones down there. I have an empty basket and an empty drawer. But basically, they're still the same. Finished layouts go there. I did separate my glitter and my embossing powder. My watercolors are still there. Instead of having a leftovers bin now, I have a leftovers drawer. So all of my random stuff left over from kits or things that I want to color, it all goes into here. And you can see these are something that I recently put in, as are these. Lots of randomness here. And that's okay, because that can be one of the first places I go. And then I have an empty drawer as well. So it all worked out well. So that's the cube system that I put in. I have my most used pens and markers here. My photo printer, my spinner I kept, and it's still here. Photos that I need to scrapbook, my silhouette, and then my camera supplies are over here in this corner. Up on this top shelf, I have all of my scraps, my smaller scraps, my border strips, and then in these two bins, they're still the same. I haven't changed them. I have my taller dies, and then I have some paper sacks in there, and then in here I have doilies and some acetate and some tabs and that kind of thing. Over on this shelf, I have this container here that used to sit on my desk. It has a drawer that's empty, but I don't know that it's necessarily going to stay there. On top of that, I have all of my smaller alphabets, and yeah, this holds all of my Felicity Jane embellishments, with the kits being at the back. Once the kits are broken down, the randomness goes up front. Shelf up from there holds my 6x6 paper pads. That one holds my planner stamps. That is my white color bin, because like I said, I have mostly white. I have some empty albums and then other photo albums up to, that goes back to 2014. My magazines I could not get rid of. Y'all, I found so much inspiration when I was going through there. My hot glue supplies, and then the top shelf still holds just photos. Of course, I still have my television, my DVD player, and cable box on the shelf, and then my Christmas cards are on top over there. Moving back to look at the desk area, that I am loving the most. Yeah, love it. This drawer still holds all of my stickers. That hasn't changed at all. This one with my stamps or my punches in it has changed. I have put some different containers in here to hold my stamps, and I think I got rid of like 3 stamps. I tried them all out and 3 would not work, so they went into the trash. Here, this is my drawer for everything, my junk drawer, if you will, for the craft room. I have extra stamping blocks, I have rulers, I have scissors, I have glue bottles, I have those duster things when you're working with glitter or embossing powder. I have my crocodile, I have just all the randomness that you could conceivably need in your craft room. These are supplies that I use quite a bit, as are these, so they're close to the front. Underneath, I still have all of my sketches down here, my laptop tower, and then some sticky notes, my cutters, my glass mat, and more office supplies down through there. My random paper is still there. My cubby here, you can see I had my brads in there and I took those out in the big cases. And I do have a wire shelf in the back. Yeah, so I keep a lot of randomness down there that doesn't necessarily fit other places. My stamp tower is still the same, mostly close to my heart stamps. The bottom drawer contains other types of stamps. And I have considered getting another one of these, and I still might, and then move it over to the corner, but we'll see as time goes by. I need to do a purge from there. On top of this stamp tower beside my desk, I keep the tablet holder for my grandkids when they're here. I keep all of my life planners, daily planners, weekly, monthly, YouTube, book planners, all of that is here. And then coming around here, this is my scrapbooking area. I have my photo mount right above it, and I scrapbook right here. I have, that is for recycle. And then I have a holder for photos. I have my most frequently used dyes. I have that lamp there for occasions when I need it. I have mixed media things. I have another stamp, my tool holder, which I have cleaned up a little bit, pen holder, my Xyron, and everybody needs a green and gold unicorn for their craft room. I mean, come on. Why wouldn't you need one of those, right? Here I have my laptop setup and desktop setup. This shelf is great for putting stuff randomly. You can see I have all kinds of little sticky notes and notebooks and paper pads and yeah, even a little toothpick, which needs to go in the trash. I was using it as a tool for something. Yeah, my Zofran is ever ready, and of course you always need chapstick in your room. But yeah, then my laptop lives there unless I'm working from home, and then it lives on the table. I love having it here because it gives me double access. I can work on the laptop or on the desktop while I've got other stuff going on. Up top, I have my collective kit. I have my catalogs. I have my markers. I have some little cubes of ink that I found. I have my random ribbon jar. I have my foam tools here. Around this side, I have all of my sticky dots and my small roll of foam tape that I'm almost out of. I have my close to my heart inks there, my Misty and my Tim Holtz tool there. Because my camera is an older one and it doesn't have the flip out screen on it to be able to make sure I'm recording in focus, I have arranged my little box with pins in it and a mirror so that I can see the back of the camera where it lives. Voila! And you can see whether or not you're in focus. My smaller stamping blocks, my stamp chamois, and then over here all of my acrylic blocks. Up at the top I have my giveaway boxes. I have 2 for Christmas and 1 for my sister. That pink bin holds some giveaway supplies as well as some random stamps that I need to decide if I'm keeping. I have my whatever bin that holds tons of ephemera, memorabilia, photos, lots of stuff I need to sort through. That holds calendar supplies. That's where I moved my We Are Memory Keepers project boards. That is an empty container. And then over here are my embossing folders. And then down here on the side of my desk, I have my sewing tools from Basil and Close to My Heart. And yeah, these are quite old. Had them forever. Will probably keep them forever because I will randomly get them out and use them. This is a larger new roll of the foam tape that I have, and I just have it on a command hook. Those things are invaluable. And of course my paper towel roll gets moved around. If I'm standing here working on the desktop, sometimes I will put it farther down this way to keep me from bumping into that button, and to keep me from bumping up so tightly against the desk. Sometimes I'll move it over to the door on that side. You know, it's just random. But yeah, I love how my room has turned out. And there's a sleeping puppy on her bed. Yeah, love how this room has turned out. Yeah, but yeah, this my photo frame, my digital frame, is waiting for a new memory card. I have my button boxes on there, my random photos to give to family members. Yeah, you can see I print out lots of photos and I don't keep them all. If they contain photos of other family members, I try and get those to them. Here is the kit that I'm currently working on. It is from October 2019, so it's quite a ways out of date, so I need to get it used up. And then I have a desk pad here with things that you color in. My grandkids will come and they will get the markers out and they will sit and color and color and color and color on that. But yeah, loving, loving, loving how my room has turned out. I need to put up some new layouts, more recent additions to our family albums there. I think my next big organization task, besides finishing getting the spare room cleaned up, will be to work on the closet. It is still quite crazy. Yeah, I'll flip this light on and give you a quick peep. Yeah, it is just jam-packed full. I have sorted through and I have cleared out my card bin, my mini album bin, but my Christmas supplies I'm thinking of taking out. I have my Halloween supplies there. I might put those into a different box and sort them on the shelves out in the room, but I have all of my wrapping supplies for family, my old Cricut, more storage supplies, more just randomness. Yeah, that's going to take a while to sort through, but I need to pull everything out at one go and have at it. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you sticking around. I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up if you found some inspiration in my room. I would love to know about it. Leave me a comment down below if you have any ideas that I could tweak my room in any way. Anyway, guys, I will see you on the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.